to play on Friday. I don't think my friends that I'm staying with are gonna care if I like take a few hours of the day to sit down and play a game.
All right, we are now recording and live.
Okay, cool. And then
Remember, our audio matters too.
Yes, the audio is on. I double checked.
Okay.
and then Avari, you said that you have to be at dinner by 9 that night, right?
Yeah, I just have to duck out at 8, so we can find something for Avari to be distracted by and just kind of write her into a hole.
I could also get started earlier, like a half hour earlier, if you want to start like 6 instead or something. That would work.
I can do that.
Sounds like
I
we
don't
got
know.
a lot of flexibility next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can start earlier too. That's not an issue for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm usually in here like 45 minutes earlier getting the stream ready anyway.
Yeah, I can start as early as 5 o'clock on, what day is it? Friday. So we've got all week to figure it out.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's roll some dice.
All right.
Go.
So this
I forgot we ended last session with all dark side pips.
Can we not talk about last session?
Last session was good.
Last session was great. We met
It was a
Boomi.
lot. It was stressful.
Yes. I have hard boiled now, so if I roll advantage on my discipline, my now resilience check to recover strain, I can heal wounds.
Nice.
I also thought about getting hard boiled. Sorry, please continue. I'm so sorry.
No, you go. You're fine.
Oh, just talking about talents. Thought about getting hard boiled. I haven't spent the 20 that we earned from last session yet, so I'm just sitting around wondering, what do I need? What should I get?
What did I spend the other 5 on? Oh, that's right. I got to rank a deflect.
Nice. Well, with that, I also want to give a shout out to Tarim for doing the next version. So I encourage all of you to check out the new version.
Oh yeah, thanks.
If you haven't looked at it yet.
Still not downloading it because I know for a fact things are going to change next week.
Yeah, there's no point. Except with love. But you keep updating it, and I can't keep up.
Well, the main
at this point.
So let me clarify by saying there's a hard like 2.1 that came out, and that's gonna be 2.1 forever. But the up-to-date version or any changes that I make like next week, for instance, or for joking or whatever, would go only would be published only as in dev. So I'll leave 2.1 alone until like a 2.2 is necessary.
Okay.
Well, with that, let's just review quickly what happened last session. So last session, you started off finding out that Firefoot was not, in fact, a firebender, but was an earthbender. Although there was some discussion over whether or not he actually was a firebender, using it in a different way. If you were able,
the avatar.
Yeah, that was
a
great discussion.
Oh God, that discussion. As a spiritualist, that discussion hurt me.
I'm still not convinced he's not the avatar. And by I mean Kiki. Just throwing it out
I think
there.
the avatar is supposed to be nice.
Okay, please continue, Melon.
Please continue.
Yeah. After that, you were able to successfully bring him back to Omashu, where he was sent away in chains to the dungeon beneath the city, and you were able to finally meet King Bumi.
Oh yeah.
We had a great moment between Bumi and Kiki where he agreed to become her master, teaching her additional earthbending techniques. And we also had a great moment where y'all got dividends.
No way.
You got quite a few dividends, actually.
I don't think I added that.
So it was 2,000, but it was split up between the 5 of you, so 400 apiece.
400 apiece.
I've already gave some of it to Tarim.
Yeah, Avari, you gave me 100. I took note of it.
Right. Yeah.
I think I gave most of my share to you.
I think you gave me all of it. I wrote 400 from you.
Okay, then I did give you all my share.
Yeah.
Let me just remember my dividends.
Oh yes, for
So
this session.
then, so I have 300 on top of what I already have.
And I pretty much am only in possession of everybody else's money, all of which. How much? Tareem would know. How much was I quoted for the vehicle? I put a down payment of 100, but I thought it was 1,500.
Yeah, it was 1,500 overall for the vehicle.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure. So I'm still a little ways off.
Right.
So then
How much is a little ways?
I put a down payment of 100 down. I have 900 on me, given to me, half of which was given to me by you and Avari, and I still need another 500 then.
I have 400 on me.
Mine take like 200 of mine.
Oh.
Wait. I'm not taking any notes. If we could perhaps maybe discuss the money when we get back into town, or you know,
We've been in town. We've been here for a week.
Out of the royal court. You know, perhaps when we are in our private chambers.
All right.
Also, we don't know, like none of us even know about your thing.
No,
so.
only
If we
no.
discuss it, he might
Asiya.
give you money. I'm just saying that.
Ah, I see. Sure. Tareem will note this for later.
God damn it! I'm Team Mom again.
When did you stop being that?
Usually when
Never.
there's less than 2 children.
I like that it's quantifiable.
Wait, what
I
was
think that's fair.
That's true.
All right. So it's been a few days since you met with King Bumi and received your award. You have been guests inside the palace ever since then.
Oh wow.
Living the life.
Living the life with a nice big bath basins full of hot, bubbly water.
Yeah.
Stone massages, I imagine.
Naturally.
Earthbending.
All of them.
All those things are true, and with that, you hear from the Central, who you met with earlier, announce that your stay will unfortunately have to come to an end, but that you are honored guests, and King Bumi will always be happy to hear or see from you again in the event that you need his assistance or you can provide a service to the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think we are getting kicked out.
He's being very polite about it, though.
Has Kyaye already done training with him, or?
So in the past week, you've been doing like your advanced earthbending training with him.
Okay, so we're skipping over any one-on-one training stuff with him and just
Unless you would like to do that, we can definitely do some one-on-one stuff.
Do it.
I think
Boomi, come
would be
on.
cool for like Kyaye to learn how, like, I don't think she knows seismic sense is a thing. So like that's like the one thing where like I can't, like, narratively I'm like I can't just say Kyaye knows how to do this because I feel like Kyaye would have no idea that this exists. So
You could. So Tareem would have maybe told you after some time that like I tried to sneak off, and he somehow knew I was there. So that can be the reason. Like that can
how
be.
did you do that?
How did you know my friend was there?
Yeah.
You seem to be able to. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna put words in your mouth, but you.
No,
you
totally.
get
like
the
that
idea.
is like exactly in my mind. Like
You seem to be
sort of
able to know
how
where we are.
kind of
Why is
wanted
that?
this to pan out.
Yeah.
Why
So
are those things?
So with it, we'll do like a mini flashback into the week between with just you and Boomi, and then we'll flash forward to the present time once we've done that. If that sounds fine.
Works for me.
All right. So King Bumi is before you. You are in what looks like an arena inside of the palace area. You also have Flopsy with you as well.
Flopsy, big baby.
And King Bumi looks at you and says, "Child, what is it you would like to learn? I can provide much in the way of teaching." But King Bumi knows that there is much that could be taught, but the path is ultimately yours. And yes, he did just recall himself King Bumi, third person.
I mean, that's kind of hot.
It's it's kind of hot. What? Get out of here.
It's Earth
Hey.
Daddy over here. Come on.
Yeah. Let
I've
me
decided
have
that I
this.
want to leave the royal palace as soon as possible.
Oh man. Yeah. Kiki will say, I don't know, there's so much that I want to learn. As I told you the other day, everything that I know about earthbending, I've only learned from observation. So I've gotten quite good at being able to replicate physical forms that I've seen, but I know there's still so much to be learned about the spiritual side of bending. The other day also, our friend Gilamon told me that you knew that he was coming to the chamber when he had snuck off. How did you do that?
The earth keeps no secrets from those that can master it.
What does that mean?
So with that, he says, "Plant your feet firmly in the ground. Close your eyes."
She'll mock whatever stance he's doing.
With that, he says, "Feel the earth around you. Feel how you can control it within your range."
I think
Now-
she'll accidentally just like start moving stuff, be like, yeah, I can move it, see? Like
And Boomi says, "No, don't move stuff. Feel what is connected to the earth."
yeah. This is something she's never thought about. She's only ever thought about this physicality of I can feel earth, therefore I push earth, so much as being able to feel what is already on earth. So she's struggling a little bit, but she's also kind of like maybe having a little bit of a like, oh, I never thought of it that way moment.
Would it be okay if I watched?
We would be
That's
fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
be fine.
so Avari's just sitting off in a corner taking notes while you're doing this.
You're so cute.
No.
With it, King Boomi says, "Now try to connect what is on the earth. Try to find your friend Avari without looking at her, but still seeing her."
I'm gonna shrink down and get really small.
She'll probably like really like furrow her forehead, try to get like really hard in concentration. You know, she's holding this like really firm stance, like, come on, I can do it. But at the same time, she's kind of like, she'll open
Aw.
one eye, like, where is she? You're gonna have to be a little bit more active so I know where you are.
No, I'm hiding. I'm quiet. Avari's gonna pull her knees up to her chest and like just scribble in the notebook.
With that, King Boomi says, "I believe you have taken the first step in sensing where your friend is. With this technique, you will not be surprised, and you can see things even when blinded or deafened."
That's so cool. No, Avari, seriously, make a couple motions. I want to. This is really hard. You gotta give me.
I'll
You gotta
drop
throw me a
my-
bone here. You gotta throw me a
I'll
bone.
drop my pencil.
And then like maybe that like Kiki feels like, whoa, I felt that. And
Boomi
ta-da,
says,
Kiki knows seismic sense.
"Yep."
Thank you, Master Boomi. This has been an incredible lesson, and I cannot wait to learn more from you in the future. And she'll like kind of just bow towards him.
And he says, "Of course, I was happy to teach. My friend that I had a long time ago, Aang, was always want to spread knowledge to others. It is the least that I can do to do the same for you."
We wouldn't know that Aang was the Avatar, right?
Right.
No.
It's just a random name to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hearing
No
about
way.
friendship.
Aang sounds pretty cool.
I wish I had a friend like that.
You do, Avari? Come on.
Funnily enough, judging by the average age in Avatar, more than likely, Karru, Kiki, and probably Avari would probably live to see Aang become a fully realized Avatar. But more than likely, Ozzy wouldn't.
Oh, that's bittersweet.
Asia's only like 5 years older than Kiki, isn't she?
Yeah,
She's
but we
also
don't.
pushing her body to the limits.
Most days,
That
yes.
part is true. She is a tough life.
Yes.
Not to mention is that in terms of Avatar ages, not many people actually make it past like 70. Boomi's like the only person we've seen that does so.
Yeah, he's ancient. Literally.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead on my character sheets. By seismic sense, I have enough for it. I was kind of waiting for this moment to
All
say,
right.
Seismic.
and we
Now
can
you
we can move on. It will be something she'll probably practice, since she's obviously like not great at it, but it's something she will continue to practice on her own throughout the week and in the future.
All right, that sounds great. So, kind of moving to the present, you have the Central all kind of escorting you out of the palace. And with that, he says, "Don't forget that you always have a friend here in the palace."
Vari, you're gonna give a kiss to Flopsy,
Yeah.
right? Before
Scruffles and Flopsy, I will see you again soon, baby. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And rub noses with him.
Flopsy gives you a big lick.
Ah,
This
he's a
is-
good boy.
This is too much.
You're too much.
You can look at the bright side. It's not licking you.
Tarim just makes a face like, it would not.
No, it doesn't like bitter.
It would not get the chance.
Oh. Somebody's a little
That sounds
grumpy
like
grumps
that sounds like a
today.
challenge. I think someone should test their athletics.
I'll lean in real close to Flopsy and be like, give him a kiss.
Flopsy kind of looks over at Tarim and then kind of sniffs around Tarim and then gives him
Pengu
a
jumps out.
yeah, and then licks his chest with lots of saliva just coming off of it.
No.
Oh, big baby.
Wait. What does Pengu do?
He gets licked.
Pengu hides, cowers in Tarim's chest piece, and vibrates out of fear because this creature is so much larger than he is.
Karru will go ahead and waterbend the saliva off of Gilamon and just kind of flick it to the ground.
Aw.
You get a nod from Gilamon.
All right. With that, now it is up to you all to decide what you would like to do next.
Do we have an agenda?
Well, we
What's on the schedule, kids?
Dad, what are we doing next? Are we there yet?
I want to ride the roller coaster.
With hot foot arraigned, I simply need a little bit of money. Whoa. And he catches himself misspeaking, and he pulls Asiya off to the side.
Ooh.
Even with your generous donation, Asiya, I'm still 600 copper short.
Do the rest of us hear this?
Not if I can
Avari's
help
writing
it.
down shit.
Asya strokes her chin as she thinks it says this. Well, with my dividends, I have about a little under 500 currently. I have an idea, and Asya will look over towards the group of children and point to Kyaye and gesture for her to come over.
I
Group
will.
of children. Fuck yourself.
Are you not?
I'm a big girl.
What's up?
Asya just kind of puts a finger to her lips, indicating to be quiet, and says this.
Oh, okay, what's up?
Tarim has. We need a little more money to have this work.
Oh well,
And out of all of us, the one most prone to keep secrets is Kyaye.
Okay, well.
That's a really low bar, man.
Well, and Gilamon is remembering when Asiya says that the most prone to keep secrets is Kyaye. Gilamon's remembering the time that Kyaye kept secret the number of herbs and flowers that she had plucked, and misled Tarim in how many she had. Kyaye, I'm trying to get us a vehicle. This will bring us closer to mobility that will allow us to traverse the desert, among other things. But I'm a little short on money. I have received a generous donation from Asiya, and if you continue to travel with us, I would be kind enough to show you the sands.
I mean, yeah, how much do you need?
I need 600. 600 copper.
I will be putting in another 400.
Oh, well, that is.
I was like, I cannot give you 600.
That is very generous of you. So I would say Kyaye from you another 200.
Yeah, sure. I feel like she'll give it to him. That's fine. I'm trying to get you to divulge your plan about.
He just told you he wants a vehicle so that it's easier to travel around. What don't you trust about that?
No. It's not that you don't trust. I think she wants to hear your heartfelt plan for Karru, though.
Oh, you're not gonna get that.
Yeah, you're not getting that. We're gonna keep a secret. We're gonna let you in on a part of the secret. Yeah. Also,
the mobility is good. We've got bubbles, but the cart. We lost our cart. Yeah, let's get a new vehicle.
We actually I'm not here.
Just double checking. 7 days have passed, right?
Oh, are you collecting for each day?
No, I collect per session, but I'm asking for wounds.
Oh, yeah, 7 days have passed. It's been a week since.
How does that work?
You heal 1 wound naturally per day.
Okay.
And all your strain every night, so.
Yeah.
There we go.
All healed up.
Oh, well, if it's been a week, the vehicle should be ready then, huh?
Which
Yeah.
is why I was like, we should probably get the money right now.
Yeah.
Pick it up
Yep.
at the
Yep.
dealership.
That's what I'm gonna do with my day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the dealership and
Oh,
pick it
yeah,
up.
is it a Tesla? Is it self-driving?
Yeah, I will God, what was I fuck. I can't remember. I will go with you. That's what I was gonna say. Fuck.
Asiya, before you do, I do have one favor to ask of you.
What was
How's
that?
Bubbles?
I need
Happy.
Bubbles has been taken care of. I need
Kareem is so mad that we
Asiya,
keep asking about
if you could actually take Karru out around, get him in the proper mindset, keep everybody distracted. I will get the sailor ready, and when the sun sets. No, wait. When the sun, he tells him a specific time, end of the day, but not, a couple hours before sunset.
Hmm.
At that time, meet me outside the city. Here's where, and he tells you where specifically. Bring Karru with you. Bring the whole crew with you.
the gang.
Even if Avari is not part of the Southern Water Tribe, I would like her to experience what this is as well. And she nods, and then looks to Kyaye and says, "There's a little more to the secret, but we cannot let you in on that."
Avari is sitting down writing ships in her notebook as the crowd over there gets bigger.
And Tarim walks away and heads off to go complete the transaction and pick up the sailor.
All right, people. I now have 70 credits or 70 coppers, so no big spending today.
Oh, Tareem's about to be a big spender today.
Yeah. Oh
So
wait,
with that,
there is one thing that Asiya can get, and I don't know how much money this would be, but how much money would it be to buy like 2 cans of paint, one black, one white?
not terribly expensive, like
All right.
20 copper.
All right. Yeah, she will take the group out and go buy it.
What are we getting paint for?
Today, I figured that we could liven Bubbles up. He has been so lonely in the city.
We're gonna paint
Bring it-
Bubbles? Do you have racer stripes? Should we get orange and red?
Orange and blue.
I think these colors will be fine.
Will the paint hurt him?
No, I'm specifically getting paint that's made to be put on living things.
Like makeup?
Yes.
Are we giving Bubbles a makeover?
To a degree.
If that's what we're doing, please
Oh.
keep me out of it.
No? I think it is time for you to experience group activities.
Karru just looks at Asiya like,
I
please
hate
don't
you.
make me.
You see like the scariest happy grin on Asiya as she tells you.
He knows best.
My coercion is pretty high. I'm also wearing the wolf armor all the time.
It's the only armor we have.
It's not true.
Well, no, like Water Tribe naturally just that's the only
Oh.
option we had.
Yeah, but the wolf armor is a southern water tribe, which is why I was abnormally surprised when Avari had some.
Literally, that's the only thing that was on the sheet. So
For
hopefully that
Water
gets
Tribe, yeah.
fixed.
Yeah. I don't think there was a Northern Water Tribe like army
Northern
uniform.
Water Tribe didn't really fight.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like-
Just
she
had
has the northern
robes.
equivalent. Maybe
Mhm.
it's like sea
They had-
lion.
Yeah, just
They-
like heavy robes.
They had the what was it called? The extreme climate gear, whatever it's called.
Hmm.
All right. So with that, let's hop over to Tarim and his purchase of a new sailing barge. So with it, Tarim, you get to the shop, and you can see the shop owner currently looking down at a carpenter's table, making what seems to be like drawings for some type of a vehicle that you've not seen before.
Bo, do you remember me?
Ah, yes, you're the man who wanted the sand sailor.
He gestures to his face covering and everything, and he says, "Yes, I have a face that is hard to forget. I know."
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Oh, Bo just chuckles at that and says, "Yes, your face is unforgettable."
But enough with the flattery. Bo, I am here to conduct business. I want to complete our transaction. Tell me, where is my sailor?
Right now, it's behind the shop on a couple of carts to transport it to wherever you may need it to be transported out of the city.
Music to my ears. Bo, can we take a look together? Show me your work.
With it, he says, "Of course," and he grabs you and he takes you through the winding path of the shop, and then ends up bringing you out back. You see a large, what looks almost like a raft, with a couple of long poles sticking out against it, with a yellow sail in front. And he looks at you and says, "This is your sand sailor. I hope that it will meet your needs."
Tareem is very like eyes are bright and wide like a kid on Christmas. It's been a while since he's seen one
Aw.
of these bad boys in person. So he just kind of like walks up to it, has his hands like running along the wooden side of it, um, does a little like tug on it. He like put some weight on it because you said he was like propped up, right? On or lifted up off the ground on something.
Yeah, it's on a couple of large carts that can be used to transport it.
Yeah, so he just like he's like grabbing it from above, like hanging his arm up over the decking or whatever, and like putting as much weight down as he's a very small man, so it's not going to be much. Um, but just like trying to jostle it to be, just because he thinks he's like, yeah, okay, this has some shock absorption. This is good.
Yeah, and he does all that, and it absorbs, you kind of jumping on it quite well. And Bo looks at you and says, "So it meets your satisfaction, yes?"
This is a very fine work of craftsmanship. Bo, did you complete this by yourself or did you have an apprentice?
Bo replies back saying, "Yes, of course. I had my apprentice named Lee who ended up helping me out. He proved to
Lee.
be, yeah, not Commander Lee. just
He's not
Lee.
related to
He's
General
not,
Lee.
he's not related to General Lee.
Um,
Oh,
but yes,
General Lee might have gotten a demotion after that hijinks we pulled. It might actually be Commander Lee now.
He had it coming.
and he says, "Yes, my apprentice Lee provided invaluable service, especially in drawing up the designs, which you saw me looking at on the carpenter's table when you came back into my shop."
That's interesting. Is Lee around?
I certainly can fetch him if you'd like. He's currently upstairs working on another project.
No. It is fine. I thought perhaps maybe I thought perhaps I knew him. It's nothing. It's nothing. Bo, this is a fantastic piece of work. How much do I owe you again? Please remind me.
1,400 copper pieces, since you already put the down payment down.
Oh, caramba. Yes, 1,400. Yes, of course. I'm not even gonna try to swindle or negotiate with this man.
Hi, caramba.
I have a 1 in presence. And I give him the remaining money. I turn it all over. A big sack of 1,400 copper pieces.
Bo looks at it and kind of weighs it in his hand and says, "Yeah, this feels about right."
Ah, missed opportunity.
What?
He didn't even count it out. He just said it felt right.
He just felt that sack, didn't he?
What the worst part is that Asiya probably gave you silver pieces.
Oh, come on!
Because 100 copper is 1 silver. I think.
Fucking bougie ass bitch.
It's not my fault I get 1 silver every session.
As Bo's counting his money or going through his money, Tarim just puts his hand in his pocket and feels the 4 remaining coins he has left. While Bo he tells Bo where he wants this vehicle to be brought, and I will actually accompany you as we bring it there. Do you mind if we walk and talk? Perhaps I am trying to keep to a timetable.
Certainly, I would welcome the company as you transport your sand sailor.
Bo, as you might imagine, I'm a man of means, but I'm a little short in the coffers. Do you know where might I find some additional work? Now that I have a vehicle to bring me where I need to go. Perhaps you know of some big score in the desert, yes?
With it, Bo pauses for a second and thinks to himself. And I'm going to actually have him just make a quick check to see what he knows.
I forget, was there anything on the bulletin board in the desert?
No.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I have it in my notes, but I'm waiting to see what Bo says.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then I can tell you right after because I know it was a few sessions ago.
There was one that was transporting a family across the desert.
Oh.
Tarim's like, boring. I want a new mission.
He babysits enough as it is.
Yeah, that's just not something that that's a Tarim moment. Tarim is a bounty hunter. He's not a courier. He's not a farrier.
So Bo, unfortunately, he says, unfortunately, I don't know anything of the desert. There are the local bounties and requests for aid that are on the bulletin board in town, though. And with that, your mind flashes back. One to kind of escorting the family across the desert, and the other one was to help deal with dividends, meaning taxes.
That's right. Tarim has that moment too. Oh, that's right. We were going to steal that guy's money.
Oh yeah, he was a rich fucker, right? Or something like that?
I think he says this out loud.
Bo kind of looks taken aback for a second and says, "You're going to do what with his money?"
Nothing. He's a bad man. Don't worry about it.
You want to know something? You want to know something we never did?
The underground fight arena?
No, we never checked to see how much money Hotfoot had at his camp.
Oh, we could go back and see if it's still there.
We did fuck up the entire camp.
Tarim will thank Bo for his time, and they'll keep company with small talk. he lets Pengu out of his vest to get up onto the sand sailor and make himself at home.
All right, very good. Bo, with that, kind of looks at Pengu and says, "That is quite the little creature you have there."
Oh yes, this is Pengu. He is my friend.
With it, he looks over at Pengu, kind of motioning with his hand to see if he wants scritches.
Pengu leans hard into the scritches
Oh, lightly.
Does
and
his
begins
snoot
like
get booped?
rubbing up against him and rubbing his scales. A particular section of his scales that are shedding. Careful with that. Careful with that. You don't want to pull the scales off. It is they must come off naturally. Don't let him fool you. He likes the scritches.
And he says, "Yes, you do. You do like the scritches."
And
You
the
can see that-
Dilophosaurus spits poison in his face.
And with that, Bo kind of just stops, giving the scritches for a moment, and then continues to walk alongside you.
Hmm.
That's it for me. Bo, I have some thinking to do.
Of course, I will go lead the carts to make sure that we get to where you want as quickly as possible. We'll get there before nightfall.
I should hope so. This town is not that big.
Yes, it is. Oh, cow.
Yeah, with it, you can see that he's just navigating through the crowds. That's why it's taking a long time. It's not
I
actually that
see.
far
I
where you're
see.
going. It's a very large, it's sand sailor, so it takes up a significant portion of the street. So it's just slow going.
Mhm.
And I continue on my way with him.
All right.
Yep.
We'll switch over to the rest of the party. What are y'all gonna do while Tarim is getting the sand sailor, if anything?
Asiya is basically taking the group around town, asking, Kyaye, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just know that Karru's deafened, and that's where. Okay, it's asking Kyaye and Avari if they have any.
What do you mean he's deafened? I'm confused.
He's deafened.
On
On
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought his character. Okay.
No,
Who's that?
I think he probably is going to grab his food from upstairs, but yeah. Says it's
I love it.
Wow. It's like you
Right
hit
on
yes
cue.
again or something.
There's a 30% chance that it's already raining.
Oh fuck! I haven't showed you that SWRPG game I was in a couple nights ago. I'll show that to you guys after the session. So Asiya looks to Avari and says, does the Northern Water Tribe have any coming of age ceremonies?" I'm sorry, I just saw you took a bite.
She quickly chews on her jerky and swallows it and goes, "Oh yeah, the men, they do this really manly thing." And she goes on to explain what they do, because I don't know, because I haven't researched it that much, but let's assume that Avari knows what's going on. And then, when the women are marrying age, well, we get these. And she jiggles her entire head.
I see. I've not had the chance to go to the Northern Water Tribe yet, as most of my time was spent making my way southward, and then going back north to look for Karru.
I mean, the north it's nice. It's very. And you can see that, like, she's conflicted with what she's trying to articulate. It's It's very rigid up there.
Reminds me of the water bending of the Foggy Swamp tribes.
Of the what?
In the swamps, there are water benders as well.
Well, what's a swamp?
You sir, so cute. You're so cute.
It is a area of
What's the
land.
swamp?
It's an area of land dominated mostly by trees, but also most of the ground is soaked in water.
So it's like a wet land?
Yes.
I see what you did there. I appreciate it.
This world is very strange.
In my travels, I met with the Foggy Swamp people, and they were capable of water bending just like us, but their style did not flow like the southern water bending styles. Instead, they were very rigid and moved in a mostly in a straight line.
Do you think... and you said this would be our secret. Do you think if we ever met them, they could teach me?
Oh, most definitely. They do not have the same customs. They believe more in harmony with the nature, but as well. And if it is your nature to bend, I do not see why they would not teach you at least some of their style. You could think of them like our cousins in waterbending.
Cousins. I don't like my actual cousins, so I'll take new ones.
Sometimes it's nice to have a chosen family. And she'll kind of put an arm around him.
So glad Tarim was not here for this. He would have groaned so audibly.
Avari
Grown?
gonna like
thought I
tear
would
up and
Why?
I'm okay.
It's a very heartwarming moment.
Never had a big sister.
Never had a little sister.
Oh,
Or a
golly.
big sister. Or a grumpy dad. Or I've had a grumpy mom. Or a little brother.
Asiya is more like the free-spirited aunt.
She's the cool one. Yeah, she's the wine aunt.
She is.
Yeah.
Please stop that. Thank you. Sorry, dog.
I'll go.
Asiya looks to Kyaye, says this. I have not seen any such traditions in Omashu.
I don't think they exist.
That is a shame. Coming of age ceremonies are a great way to celebrate not only each other, but the maturity of the self.
My coming of age ceremony was basically my parents telling me I needed to get a job.
Didn't you already have a job within your community?
Well, I do now, but, you know, I didn't have a job before I guess, quote unquote, came of age.
You had free time?
Hmm?
Did you have free time? What did you do in your free time?
Like when I was growing up or now?
I never had any free time, so I want to know what you do with it.
Oh, okay. I mean, most of my free time is really spent, on, it's kind of a secret. You know, I told you I never got an earthbending teacher before Boomi, so I always wanted one, but the only ones my parents would let me have are the artisans that were within our community, because that's what my parents wanted me to do. They just wanted me to be an artisan, and so that's the only kind of bending training I ever got, was just with other artisans. But I always wanted to learn how to do it fighting forms and stuff like that. And so I would kind of sneak off. I kind of got pretty good at navigating around the city undetected, and I would spy on some like rich kids bending lessons.
That's so cool. I wasn't allowed to learn other stuff either. My mom just wanted me to heal, and my uncle said that was my job. So I snuck around too.
I never
But
thought about it that way, that we'd have that in common.
Yeah, but I had to do it on my own. And she's gonna make a little flower out of ice for Kiki. Cause girls can't do this stuff. But it's so pretty.
Yeah. My parents just wanted me to be useful. They thought that I wasn't strong enough to be a fighter. They just wanted me to, as I said, they spent their whole life in the grind doing work, so they just wanted me to do the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
why do our parents want us to be them so badly?
I don't know.
Asiya,
I told my mom once that I wanted to be an artist, and she said that girls like me can't do frivolous activities.
Well, I think you're a wonderful sculptor, Avari. And she'll kind of hold the ice sculpture that Avari just made in her hand and sort of like clutch it to her chest, but then also be like, "Oh no, I don't want to melt it."
Yeah, while that's going on, Asiya is going to look at the sun to like try and determine how much time is left.
Yeah, you have probably about another hour or so before it's the time for you to meet.
Asiya says is let us go get bubbles.
Okay.
And as she leads them off, she pulls like a piece of cloth from her sleeve and says to Karru, Karru.
Karru will turn around and say, yeah?
I have a surprise for you, but I'm going to need you to put this blindfold on.
What's happening?
Karru looks at you confused.
Is he being
I
punished?
would rather not be blindfolded.
Trust me, you will enjoy this.
I really want to hear how Karru handles this situation. I'll make sure you don't trip on anything.
Okay.
I won't.
And
I won't.
Karru will put on the blindfold.
All right. And as they make their way into the stables where Bubbles is, she sits Karru by Bubbles and then takes the other two a little farther away and says I need the two of you to put this face paint on.
Hey.
On us?
On you.
What are we putting? How?
It's
Huh?
on one side of your face will be white and the other side will be black. I think
Like
that's how they did it.
And Kiki will just be like, blah, blah, like slap too.
It's a little more neater than that. You will.
Avari will pull out a glass mirror and just like set it like somewhere in the stable and very carefully divide her face and start painting.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember exactly how it looked, but neither can Asiya. Because she hasn't actually been in the Water Tribe for one of these for like 10 years. So she's doing it based off memory.
She's also going to, once both sides are painted, take the black and kind of swirl it a bit onto the white and the white a little bit so it's like coming down a little bit each way.
Yeah, It's more of a mask.
Yeah, it's like a mask.
Wow.
And then as they are doing that, Asiya will take some in a bowl and go over to Karru and says now this is going to feel cold for a moment. And she starts painting around his blindfold, giving him the face paint.
Are you gonna get his eye?
Karru looks fairly uncomfortable, but doesn't say anything.
Wow.
Don't forget the lipstick.
Yeah. And then after that's all said and done, Asiya just picks Karru up and put him on Bubbles' back.
Aw.
Because strong woman.
Beefy babe.
And says, alright, we are prepared to head out. Keep that blindfold on, Karru. And she grabs what's left of the paint and starts leading him to the meeting point.
I think Kiki will probably be asking Avari for help.
And she'll surprisingly forcefully, like as though Kiki is a patient, sit her down. Now, staying very.
You waterbend the paint under her face.
Oh, that'd be cute.
No. I don't think it has enough water in it to qualify. I'm gonna do a makeover, and I'm gonna paint her face down the middle, and I'm gonna do the whole thing. And on her, like how on mine I have like wavy lines, on hers I'm gonna make it look like cracks on either side to signify, her earth bending.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very cool. But she'll very cool, because she doesn't want Karru to know what the fuck's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
I mean, I'm
That's so awesome.
I can
Go her the mirror.
I've already had the mirror, so she can at least see what's happening, what kind of.
No, I'm saying it's like you don't even know why Asiya did this. She just did, which is proving that there's probably a lot of trust in this party from the fact that Asiya just asked you to do this and didn't offer any explanation.
I mean, it's face paint, so it's really.
Yeah.
Is it lead based?
What's gonna
ritual
happen?
sacrifice.
Let's go potty. Go on. Go on.
Okay.
Go on, kitty.
Puppy.
Doggo.
My dog
Doggo,
is an ass.
baby. All right, so we're moving now.
Yep. Getting the
Hey.
face paint for Bubbles was just pretext.
Nothing on the toenails?
Fortunately, we get red, so.
I think along Bubbles, actually, if we have time, I'm gonna paint waves along the side of him.
Cute.
Racing stripe.
With a
Racing
racing stripe
stripes.
down the middle of his face.
Very cool.
Awesome. All right, so after a few odd looks from people in the city looking at the Komodo rhino.
And the group of kids with face paint on, but go ahead.
Yep. You arrive at the city where you can see Tarim there with what looks like some type of a barge outside.
Oh, my friends, you've shown. Not that I doubted you would come. He gives Asiya a knowing nod.
Asiya nods and says, well, this is a big moment. And she pulls...
Don't do it yet. Wait.
She's just pulling him down.
Oh, okay.
She's-
Kyaye, I can see that you've been let in on a little secret. Please come here. I have. He sees you and the face get up, and he's like, "Clearly, you've been told." Kyaye, can you come here, please?
Yes, sir.
And he takes you like once you get closer, he kind of like does that dad thing where he like takes you with an arm over your shoulder and he like walks you off to the side real quick to have like a person to person conversation. And he tells you in a
We'll look up
whispered
at you like,
voice.
this is a little weird.
He tells you in a whispered voice, I need you to make. Can you make rocks? Can you pull boulders out of the ground? Here, here. And he gestures to the open expanse in front of you.
I think you know that I can. And she'll just go and suffer one strain to do it.
Yeah, I need you to do that maybe a dozen times.
How many strain do I have to
And he's asking her specifically above the table to create a field of like rocks and stuff jutting up out of the ground. Difficult
Are we
terrain,
like
if you will.
Where are we?
Outside the city, right?
Like in a basically like a clearing of rockland.
Okay.
I imagine it's actually quite expansive. It's basically like a wasteland, where it's just flat land as far as you can see.
I mean, Kyaye will like pull a couple different rocks out of the ground when he asks. She's like, "Listen, I know I don't know a lot, but I knew this before I trained with Boomi. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you told her above the table, but Kiki still like doesn't really understand like what's going on."
And now he tells you, in order to get you to buy in, he begins to explain to you. I bought this sailor, well, mostly with Asia's money. I bought it for the crew, this crew, but also when we came to town a week ago, Karru was discussing having missed a very important time in his life, a coming of age. And I got the idea to perhaps give him that here.
Oh.
This will be his ice dodging moment. We do not have ice in the desert, and so I employ you to create the stones, please.
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, who knew? This
And,
guy's a good guy.
and now you know.
I know the secret. Yeah, she'll kind of bounce around the terrain, pulling rocks in a various pattern to assist in creating this terrain. Again, how much strain would you like me to suffer to be able to accomplish this?
For this, since it's happening kind of narratively, let's only do 3 strain. I'm not going to make you suffer a strain for every rock that you do.
Right. But yeah, she'll do it kind of, as I said, she'll kind of bounce around, be like, here's good, making them a kind of a different sizes and kind of looking back at Guillemon every now and then as like, is this good kind of thing. Like
He's
not
really... like telling you, okay, a little bit closer. You know, he's definitely giving you hand signals, like a little over, more,
little less.
And he's yelling. Pengu is also like on the ground standing next to Guillemon, making his hand signals.
Pengu has like little what do you call airline
like those little
batons, the light batons.
Yeah.
The light batons.
He definitely has those.
It's 2 little sticks that are set on fire.
No, it's two of Tarim's trank darts.
Baron, draw this. If you're watching, you need to draw this.
He's using the brightly colored feathers on the trank darts.
I love it.
So cute. Cool.
Can someone please tell me why we're here, where we're at, and why I'm blindfolded?
Oh, didn't you know? We're all gonna beat you with sticks.
I thought you were a pacifist.
I make exceptions.
Asiya just smiles and
Giggle,
says,
giggle,
is,
giggle.
"It will all make sense in a few moments."
You also have to wear a dress.
No.
Yeah.
It's tradition.
Whose?
Mine?
I'm not a part of the Northern Water Tribe.
No, not the. Just me.
J-
Just me. Eh?
How many other times have you led blindfolded people to a random place?
I've done that once.
I am not at the liberty to say at this
I've-
moment.
I've done that a couple times in real life.
IRL, I have a really good story about a kidnapping. So
Ooh.
I've never gotten to do this with anybody.
I once
I'm sorry.
I once kidnapped my
What do
fiance
you-
from her family in Reno.
Nice.
you want
Dude,
to what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
what the
Wait,
fuck?
what did you do? What did you do?
Me and my family, my fiance girlfriend at the time was in Reno, and I told my family, and they said, "You want to go to Reno?" And so we drove 6 hours to Reno through the night, got there at like midnight. I walked up to her door, knocked on it. When she answered, I just took her and we went to go have dinner.
Nice. My friends kidnapped my boyfriend at the time at 3 a.m. after he got out of his shift, and he had to walk from like just south of downtown through downtown to the north side where he lived. And I was just like waiting in a bus stop, and he was like walking across the bridge, and I was texting him, like, "Oh, you got work, blah 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 blah, cool." And then my friends were in the car being like, he's coming. So I popped out and I was like, "Hey!" And his face went from like, "Oh, it's you, it's good to see you," to, "Wait, why the fuck are you here?" And I said, "I'm so sorry about this." And we blindfolded him, put him in the back seat of the car, and brought him to the house my friends and I lived in, the basement, and they interrogated him, and my friend yelled at him in Russian, but what she yelled at him in Russian was, "Where's Waldo?" So
Oh my god.
they were
What
just
the
asking a bunch of
fuck?
really dumb questions like, "What would you do for a Klondike bar?" And
Anything.
"Big spoon or little spoon?"
Well,
It
Am
was
I
also-
the only one here without kidnapping experience?
Probably.
No,
Kidnapping experience
I've
generally
been
happens
kidnapped.
after you turn 18.
No, I was 15.
we were above 18, so I feel like,
Yeah.
you know.
Generally speaking, you need a car in order to make it work. Most
Generally
times.
That's
speaking,
true.
yeah, no, that's a good point.
I'm so
Okay,
happy this is all
anyway.
streamed right now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this is on stream and being recorded, so this is going to be on YouTube.
I don't care. It's a great story.
It really is.
I mean, it's not like you actually kidnapped them. It was like a joke, right?
Yeah, it's
Right?
Right.
well, technically on the legal level, it is kidnapping to a degree.
I don't know if you wanna. You know what?
Technically.
You do you.
But usually it's done in good jest and no one presses charges, so it's fine.
Anyway, getting off kidnapping for a second.
For just a second, we'll
I'm
return
sorry.
later.
We'll return there later when Asiya knocks out the next earthbender and kidnaps him.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's bad.
Depends on the earthbender.
We kidnap King Bumi.
No.
We
He
bring
would
Floppy
he
with
would
us.
he would probably be up for it. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, what's happening now?
When Tarim sees that that Kyaye has finished what she's doing, how long does that take her? The rocks.
Let's say it takes like a half hour. I don't know.
And that feels about right to set up an entire course.
Okay. When he sees that she's finished, he beckons her to come back over, and begin speaking and speaking loudly and pointedly toward Asiya and Karru, and he says, Nasan Kirch, or coming of age among the Sand tribes. It signifies the time when a boy steps out from his father's shadows and becomes a man. When a girl makes her water pilgrimage to show her worth to the tribe. In the sands, life wears at you like the winds of time erode the Kolau Mountains. In the Umaru tribe, where I come from, boys become men when they join the trekkers in their camelephant caravans, or the skimmers on their sand sailors. And he kind of like waves to Asiya to do the thing
Yes,
with the blindfold.
yeah,
In the
Asiya.
southern water tribe. Oh, go on.
Asiya is pulling the blindfold off as when you give the signal.
He signals and he continues. In the southern water tribe, I have been told the boys become men when they dodge ice in the waters. Here in the desert, there are no waters. There are no icebergs. And he's like looking at Asiya. Is that the word?
Ice rocks.
She nods.
Ice rocks.
She nods.
Iceberg to dodge. And instead, we will have you, Karru of the Southern Water Tribe, sail among the pillars of earth and boulder and stone, among the sea of sand. You will lead us through this treacherous valley.
Oh, this is so cool.
Karru just kind of looks shocked.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, Avari's a little
Shocked as he
concerned.
can look with a blindfold on.
It's
Well,
off
no,
now.
he took it off.
But yeah, he kind of looks shocked, and then he'll look at the face paint on Kyaye and Avari.
She's like
kinda,
giddy and like.
and he'll just look at Gilamon and Asi and say, "Thank you. I didn't ever think I'd get to Ice Dodge."
And Asiya puts her hand on Karu's shoulder and says, it may not be the tradition, and I may not be your father, but I am still family, and I will see you through this coming of age ceremony." And as she says that, she pulls out a little bit of the face paint and finishes painting where the blindfold was.
Oh,
This is your time, Karru. Seize it with confidence. And she gestures towards the sand sailor.
Karru will nod and probably hug Asya and most definitely get face paint on you. You're welcome.
oh,
Yeah.
Aw.
he's
Tarim is no stranger to face paint and actually pulls out a small like metallic tin container that contains probably like oily charcoal dust and just puts that beneath his eyes, kind of like a football player has those black splotches beneath their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sports ball.
Yeah, I definitely watched that. Anyway,
Football players,
Um,
baseball players, people put the black
my favorite
the black
part
lines.
is whenever LeBron James scores the basketball in the end zone for a home run.
Please. I
He
actually
gets
played.
a goal.
I actually played all those sports, so please stop hurting me.
That is exactly why it's funny.
Get his ass.
Anyway,
all right.
um,
But yeah, Karru will hop on the sand sailor that he doesn't know how to pilot.
mhm. Hey, don't worry, you'll just be navigate. Oh wait.
that doesn't
No,
make it
he'll
any
be
better.
driving.
No, yeah,
Kyaye
get
will be
the highest agility.
navigating.
he'll be on the rudder. We can. We don't know that Kyaye can sandbend.
No, and in fact, that will lead at a certain point. Tarim will start up again, or Gilamon, as you all know him, will start up again and explain. Now, this is going to be a lot more challenging without a sandbender among us. In the sand tribes, we typically have sand benders who are able to generate a vortex which propels the sails, and we do not need to rely upon the winds. Here, however, and he like licks a finger and he like puts it up in the air, we will have to pray to the spirits for a
As he's-
prevailing wind.
As he's kind of like going through all of this like instruction, Kiki's kind of like she's more like daydreaming a little bit and like not really super paying attention to all the details. And meanwhile, she's kind of like just sand bending little like designs in the sand, just like
without realizing it.
Yeah.
just like playing around, like stroking the
Yeah,
sand.
and she's probably like behind Tarim so he doesn't see it. Asiya just clears her throat while Tarim's saying that and points behind him.
Asiya, what is it? I'm in the middle of something. I'm trying to explain this to
She
Karru.
she says is you might want to look behind you.
He turns
At
around.
this point, Avari's gonna go, wow, that's really pretty, Kiki.
He turns around and he
And,
looks
like-
like, are you not paying attention? What are you doing? Don't
Kiki
you,
kind of
this
She's
is
making
this is a
art.
very important. Karru is going to be up there and need our support just as much. And he looks at like the drawing in the sand. You were drawing while I was. Now I have to go back to the beginning.
I'm sorry.
Asiya just kind of covers her eyes and says is Gilliman, she was sand bending.
Don't be ridiculous. She's a city slicker.
City slicker.
Oh, okay. I thought I was the biased one.
No, you were just fed a silver spoon. It's fine.
Yeah, but wow.
You're just a
Slicker.
money supremacist.
A pretty dumb one too.
Now,
Uh,
if you are done with is this Fire Nation humor?
Kyaye, could you make more art in the sand?
I wouldn't call it art, but I'm sorry. I was just doodling.
Beautiful.
And so come on, like, do it again a little bit. Like real casually.
Does Tarim readily recognize? He's not a sandbender himself. He's only ever seen it. Does he recognize this as sandbending?
I mean, I'm not touching the sand.
You don't.
Like how I imagine this looking is just sort of like she's drawing in the air, but being like reflected on the sand itself.
I think you must.
I can picture that.
I see what you're doing here. This is a rudimentary form of earthbending. I've seen some children among my tribesmen can do this as well.
I'm sorry.
I beg your pardon?
I am saying that Kiki is very talented. She is like the children among the sand tribes who are strong like warriors.
You are talking down to her, and you will apologize.
Hold up. I can solve all this. Kyaye, with what you're doing, can you try and swirl the sand in a vortex?
I've never tried
Like
it
a big
before.
swirly thing?
I mean, I never tried it before, but I
We are wasting our time. The sun is going down. Karru has to perform this ritual before the day ends.
God, you're such a meanie.
He's not trying to talk over you. He's like this. He's saying this as you are clearly trying to follow Asia's instruction.
Yeah. She'll try. Let's see here. She'll kind of remember how she's like. And I know Karru hasn't done necessarily like vortex water, but sort of like how, kind of thinking back on how Karru manipulated water in the past to do more fluid kind of movement of particles and sort of trying to channel that because, as I said, a lot of Kiki's knowledge is like monkey see, monkey do. So she's just going to try to mock that, but then use the sand instead of obviously water because she can't waterbend, but kind of try to mock the form she remembers Karru making. So that
yeah.
would be a sand bending check, which is 2 strain. How does this work?
How does what work?
Will this
You
just
just
work or do I
do
have to roll for it?
For the most part, it'll just work.
Okay. Well, unless GM says I need to roll for it at all,
You just get time for some strain, make a
I
vortex.
think Imbecile died. He's been very quiet.
No, I've been letting y'all talk.
Okay. I was afraid for a moment because he was
completely
very
enthralled in the
quiet.
story.
No, you don't have to make a check for it. You just suffer 2 strain
Okay.
to manipulate the sand particles.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, she hasn't done it before, so it's not going to be like super big or powerful, but she'll make a modest size vortex.
Yeah, and Tarim is just completely taken aback by this. He's never seen something so outside of his like realm of expertise, and to see a non-sand tribes person demonstrate prowess over the sand is something that really shatters his worldview. He is
Elitist sandbender worldview.
Bet she's not such a child now, is she? Mm.
Avari, you do realize. Karru just face palms.
I don't care what he thinks about me. I care how he respects her.
Like, we are literally younger than them.
I am
like how
literally of Mary.
simultaneously acts like she's like older than everyone. Like, you need to apologize. Like, blah 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 blah. But also the baby of the group.
Tarim
His
gets
manners.
hops up onto the sand sailor wordlessly after Kyaye's demonstration and Avari's verbal beratement, and takes a moment to himself before, without looking, just shouting, Karru, you must man the helm here. Kyaye, you have the most important job of all.
Oh,
You
no.
cannot let this sail fall.
I'll try.
You can do it.
At which point,
Oh boy.
Asiya looks to Avari and says, "You will also have an important job in this, Avari. You will
Cheering?
No, you will be responsible for holding the God, I can't remember what they're called, the ropes that basically give slack to the sail.
Yep, I got you.
Which help it
The
turn.
jibs.
The jibs. Thank you. The jibs.
The
I played
jibs,
too much Sea of Thieves for me not to know that.
boat terms, nautical terms.
Nautical terms
yeah.
is you will be responsible for handling the jibs.
Okay. I've helped out on boats back home. There shouldn't be much different. Right?
Above all else, Avari, you will be responsible, all of us will be, for taking Karru's direction. And Tarim
Do
just kind
whatever
of
Karru tells me to. In this case only.
he stands there at the front edge of the ship, and just kind of stands there, hands behind his back, staring at Karru, with his back to the world.
Mhm.
And Tarim will remain like that, keeping an eye on Karru, and he'll say, Karru, you're the captain. Right? He looks to Asiya. That's the word that they use.
Osgood nods and says most of the times are the same. And she will and she is also sitting like on the basically on, because if it's made like an actual sand sailor, there's like a little dip behind where the sandbender actually stands, and that's where she's sitting.
Okay.
A little hutch.
Yeah.
Go team.
I'm gonna get on the old sand sailor, and I guess I'm captaining. I don't know what skill this would be, or if I need to roll checks.
Leadership.
Oh yeah.
Fighting.
No, we do not want him doing leadership. Oh, no, we don't want me doing leadership. That's the thing.
It would probably be like a sailing check.
Yeah. Which is in.
Could
Oh yeah, there is actually a skill.
Yeah. Well,
Could I argue for piloting instead?
I'll allow
Depends
that.
on
Sailing and piloting were different.
so the difference for the most part is the size of the vehicle.
Mm.
Generally speaking, sailing is for like actual sail ships, things that are massive, which is why it's intellect based.
Gotcha.
what
So it makes
would I be
smaller things, like-
rolling? Discipline?
Probably disciplined to follow the orders
Okay.
as they
Yeah.
come. And I believe that for the most part, Kyaye would be doing probably bending arts, willpower or intellect for maintaining the proper amount of power in the sail.
And how many purples are we adding?
To start, it's going to be a series of checks, but to start, it's going to be an easy check. So that's just one.
One. Okay.
Which bending arts would you like me to roll?
Well, I can pass forward 2 boosts to whatever bending arts you end up doing.
Would you?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was asking you.
Yeah,
Imbecile.
yeah. I just didn't want to interrupt you. So I thought you were going to say something else. It's also going to be an easy check to start, since it'll be a series of checks.
Which skill? Bending arts, intellect, willpower.
Let's do bending arts, intellect.
Okay. And you said it was going to be. I'm sorry, the difficulty.
1 purple to
One
start.
purple. And then 2 boosts. Is that what you said, Karru?
C, I can pass forward 2 boosts.
Cool. See, make sure I don't have anything. All right.
Okay. So can you pass on a boost to me or
Yes.
with your one advantage?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. I don't want to mess this up. This is a big deal.
Right.
It didn't fail.
Yeah.
All right. So, quickly the sand barge starts moving, and the way that you set up the course is that it gets progressively harder as you move through it. So this first segment, you all breeze by, quickly navigating your way through it, with no issue whatsoever. The next segment is going to be an average check for everyone.
Am I suffering strain as I'm doing these checks?
It's more like you're concentrating on the standard check.
Okay,
Right.
so I'm not
And
suffering extra strain.
Yeah, you're not suffering any extra strain.
Karru, give us instructions.
Not good ones.
uh,
What shall we do, Captain?
Can GM, can I suffer some strain, some additional strain? Because I assume the threat's probably just going to go for a strain, since that's all one threat can really do. But because I assume like I gave some bad directions or something, and we're careening towards a rock. Can I suffer some extra strain and make a bending arts check to try to put some ice so that we slip off the face of the rock instead of just impacting it?
Clever.
Ooh,
Yes!
I like that.
I
Yes,
love that.
You can.
Alrighty, what type of bending arts will that be?
It's either going to be intellect or cunning.
This sounds like intellect to me.
Yeah. Let's
I'll
go
take
with
it.
intellect.
Please don't be cunning.
We all know Karru's cunning.
What difficulty?
An average check.
Oh.
Oh, Karru!
Oh.
Wait, add a boost for my advantage.
It won't pass, but
Oh, never mind.
5
You
advantage.
got more advantage.
More advantage.
All right. What would you like to do with 5 advantage?
So we do kind of hit the rock pretty hard,
No!
and the sand, because I mean it's still a failure. So we hit the rock pretty hard, and the sand sailors a little bit damaged, but because of the advantage, I can kind of keep it from really taking too much.
Okay.
It still kind
Okay.
of slips off for the most part.
All right, so like a fender bender.
Karru, I know that this
But
is
there
your
are
ceremony, but
insurance.
please, we're not covered under insurance.
What's insurance?
It's a lot
You didn't get
harder
the deluxe package?
It's a lot harder to sail when there's no water.
Yeah.
Concentrate on where you are going, not where you are.
You got this, Karru. You got this.
Then what will the next check be?
The next check will also be an average check, but
Should we be rolling in a certain order?
no, the order doesn't matter to me.
I feel like Karru first. We like do these things and then
Yeah.
Works for
If
me.
you want to do
Yeah.
that, then we can.
yeah.
Alrighty.
We'll
so
do
this one,
Karru, Kiki, and then Avari.
you said this one will be average again or hard?
An average check.
Alrighty.
Yeah, boy.
Well, I succeed this time. I just don't have anything to pass forward.
Don't worry, I'm so good at this.
Can I have your
Why are
advantage?
you so good?
Yeah, you can.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Apparently,
Oh, wow.
Avari is really bad at following orders.
I'm thinking
That's-
what's happening is Avari is panicking because Avari's never been in this kind of a situation before. Like she's been out like sailing for fun, but like this, she's probably getting overwhelmed by the stress and just gripping the rope for dear life.
Relax, Avari. It's okay.
Hey, you can do it, Karru.
But Avari did generate 4 advantage, though.
Quite a bit.
Cool. Karru can take it, all of it.
Alright. So that will be 2 boosts for the next check.
All right, the next check.
Is this one going to be hard?
Yeah, you're going to the toughest section where Kyaye like interweave the rocks quite close to one another. So it will be a hard check.
Oh.
You did have the
That-
advantage that Avari passed on, though, or the
Yeah.
boost dice.
Yep. No, I rolled those. It did not help.
Yeah.
Oh
Tarim
God.
is. Oh, mind you, Tarim is. Wow!
Wait,
I
can
can't
I do
believe it.
something?
I have an idea too, but go ahead, Avari.
Well, let's hang on. Fuck.
Actually, I have GM, I have an
No.
idea.
No. What's your idea?
This
So,
failure means I can react. So
if you'd allow me to, I would like to, because I assume piloting's since I'm like making the thing go where it's supposed to go. I assume this is kind of the most important one to not fail.
Yes.
So if I could spend the advantage to do this, maybe, Karru, seeing that we're not going to be able to dodge this rock, like drops what he was doing and pulls all of the water from both of his water skins,
Reserves.
and will use water volley to just destroy the rock in front of them.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That was better than my idea.
it is better than my idea too.
Was your idea create like a sand wave to go over it?
Yeah, something like that.
And I was looking at using.
I don't really have Earthwave, or I would just like maybe move the vortex over. So maybe like I know he didn't tell me to do it, but I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to do this. Like bump the like airflow in a different direction, so maybe we don't run right into it. Was my idea, but I like Karru's idea.
I think I have something that might help. Tarim, you're gonna have to tell me if this is gonna work or not, because these are your rules. Would flow like water help? Because it says you can ignore difficult terrains.
If you had the enough water, yeah, it would certainly help.
Could I use Karru's reserves and my own?
The problem is the water I have is like not. I just basically have two canteens worth of water, and at my hip at all times because that's
Yeah,
all.
you would need like realistically, you would need like multiple
Gallons.
bathtubs full of
So
water.
you're saying that
Damn
we should.
it!
So you're saying that in the future we should carry like 40 encumbrance worth of water barrels.
Dude,
Get a camel!
filled water skins are 2 encumbrance apiece. I'm already at my limit with 2.
No. We can the sand sailors can carry 80.
Oh. Well, anyway, yeah, can I water volley the rock into non-existence?
Yes, you can.
Awesome.
Tarim is sitting here looking as stoic as ever, not looking behind him at impending doom.
How much of the advantage would it take to do that? To see if I can pass myself some more boosts?
2 advantage.
Okay, then I'll pass myself another boost because I'm gonna suffer strain to use this form anyway. Should be dose.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Obliterate that rock.
Yeah, boy.
Mhm.
You
I'm
completely
very good at water volley.
shatter the rock and it goes apart in smithereens.
Nice. I'll go ahead and pass all that forward, I guess. So that's 4
Well,
advantage.
Wait, do we have
Or
more
boost.
story points, or are we
that?
still read it
No,
out?
we're still read it out.
You wanna split-
Let's.
if we
I'll
split
give
this-
you.
Sorry.
I'll
Go
give
ahead.
you. I'll flip one of the story points
Oh.
for y'all, so that way. No, for you. So because we started the session with all the story points
reds,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, so that way you have one available.
If we
Yeah.
split those 8 advantages up to me and Avari, how many would each of us get?
2 and 2.
2 and 2? No. So this is a hard check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
3.
Oh my god. I still succeed, I suppose, but
Yeah, those help.
Jesus, Avari.
Avari.
You are really not good at following orders. My
Mm,
god, you have failed all but the first check.
I think
You have
she's just
4
panicking
willpower.
at this point, and she's
yeah, I
having like a panic attack.
It's so funny because like Avari has the natural talent for
Yeah.
following orders, but the narrative is just not there today with the dice.
Not there today.
No.
Asya, seeing this, will
Sorry.
actually stand up and will grab Avari's hands and hold them onto the rope and say is, you can be creative. Use your water to assist you.
Am I gonna do splash the rope?
If you do,
I splash it.
in the fog,
I make water?
in the Foggy Swamp tribe, they were able to control vines with water.
We don't have any vines. We just
You
got
have
this old.
A rope absorbs water as well as a vine does.
So splash the rope?
If these are good
Rope bending. Rope bending.
rope bending, yeah. Although if these are good rope, then realistically they're probably coated with wax.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
But we can pretend that they're not because I think this is cool.
Are you saying that Tarim cheaped out on the rope?
Well, I
You
didn't.
didn't get the deluxe package.
But yeah, I didn't get the deluxe weatherproofing package because it doesn't rain in the desert. Why would I need waterproof equipment?
Yeah.
You never know.
It's true. No. He's got a
He's
point.
got a
Actually-
point.
So in theory, then, could I use manipulate water to, like, to saturate the rope?
Yeah.
And then would
And
you
then-
be doing discipline checks still, or would you be doing
Bending, I would say.
bending
But I
it?
mean,
Yeah.
it's not. I would guess, but I'm not the melon lord, so.
Yeah.
I would say it would be a bending check from there on out.
Nice.
Okay.
Maybe
And
not
all
good at
my
following
skill-
through, but good at bending.
Yeah, the thing is, my character sheet is made to be a healer.
Yeah.
I have nothing that can. Well, I have manipulate water.
Yeah, so you're gonna manipulate water. You'll suffer some
Okay.
strain to splash your water into the rope,
Remember,
And
you get 2
then-
boosts.
And
then
now
you still
she's
get,
gonna.
Will be in bending arts int instead of discipline.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or no, wait.
Bending
you
arts willpower or
Int.
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 And yeah.
Got it.
which should be good for you, I think.
yeah, it's still
And
pretty
usually-
good.
I have 2 yellows and a green.
That's still
Better-
pretty good.
It's still pretty
Yeah,
good.
better
They-
than my check.
yeah.
And then wait, so am I re-rolling then with help? Like
If-
basically, did Asiya give me a turn? Is what I'm asking.
I mean, you can pass a boost to yourself from your 2 advantage on that last check, but I don't really think there's anything else you're gonna get.
yeah.
So I should
Right.
add a blue.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I have 2 yellows, a green, a blue, and 3 purples.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
You know,
Jeez.
let's see what would happen if it did count as me giving you assistance.
yeah.
Yeah, roll. Let's see what another blue would do.
Get
Oh my
boost.
god, I hate
got-
this.
That's so funny.
This is funny.
Roll another blue.
Yeah, just roll another blue
Yeah.
just to see what would happen if we did count it as me giving you
Just
assistance.
one more blue.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't make a
as,
difference.
as is tradition.
Guys, I am so sorry. Oh,
narrative dice aren't liking you today. You rolled 1 success.
I feel so
on
bad.
those dice.
What happens, Malin Lord?
Can Avari just get like thrown from the craft?
Well, you haven't rolled a despair yet.
Oh,
Yet.
oh god, everyone's gonna hate her.
And besides, as Asiya is holding you in the boat at this point.
Oh fuck.
What happens,
Oh.
Malin Lord?
I would make a leadership check, but I have 1 presence.
So you're able to go ahead, and the rock was completely destroyed. The sandbending continues to propel the ship forward, but with Avari failing the roll, the sand sailor kind of shifts off to the side a little bit as he needed some of the rigging moved. So the next check is going to end up being upgraded once.
For all of
Oh.
us?
Just for in this particular instance.
Give it to Kiki.
Well,
no, we're
Karru,
passing
just
Karru.
blue waves.
Oh,
So this next part of the course is where the rocks weren't quite as close. So it's just going to be an average check upgraded once for you, Karru.
Alrighty. And then I get past 2 boosts.
oh god.
Ouch.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? The 1 red? The 1 red of the whole.
The one red.
Yeah, the 1 red.
Well, you did succeed.
I got 5 successes and advantage and a despair.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
Gosh, I wasn't expecting a despair.
Oh my god.
Whenever you put a
Literally
red
a
on,
1 in 12.
whenever you put a red on anything, expect a despair.
Ouch.
Also,
Well,
we went offline on Twitch, just FYI, in case you didn't.
What?
It's back up. Well, it says
Oh.
live.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it must have the connection must have dropped just for a second because it still says live for me.
Okay, it's up now. It stopped for momentarily. All right, cool.
I was wondering the stream went black on my program. I'm like, that was weird. Yeah, and the live reset, but it's still recording. The recording hasn't stopped.
All right, cool.
Okay, so you succeed. What do you think? I'll look for your ideas for what you think happens with the despair, and if not, then I'll
So-
come up.
the way I look at it, success is we don't crash into a rock. Because that is in fact the goal of the check.
I have an idea.
Sure.
I don't
what's
like the
your
sound
idea?
of that.
We don't crash because you are. It's like it's really, we just had that big fucko like moment, and now the course is getting a little easier, and Tarim still hasn't like he's still got his back to the direction that you're headed, still staring you down, Karru, making sure you're trying to get us navigated safely, and you guys watch as Karru brings us around a rock, like bends us around, and you guys are finally starting to pick up on his orders. Maybe that's the advantage, where you guys are like finally working together as a team, and we make it to a particular clearing, and you all like look behind you, and everybody's like, "Woo, we made it! Yeah, woo!" And you look forward, and everybody's smiling and happy, and then one of the dunes behind us begins to shift as a
No.
fin pops up out of the ground.
No.
The stakes just got really high.
No.
I like that idea.
I love
No,
that
you
idea.
don't.
You know what's funny is I think in like one of the wilderness charts for combat, that is like one of the options back in
I'd be
SWRPG.
perfectly fine with that. I mean, 5 successes on that check. We're cruising, but
We're cruising. We're maybe in open desert now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh
Right, so-
fuck, we're gonna
yeah.
die.
Like we've made it past the like you succeeded with the course, but now we're on a run from a fucking sand shark.
Yeah, you hit the number of required successes
Did
to get through
we?
the course. You did.
Did we?
You did.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Avari, every single time you rolled, you did not hinder what was happening. You didn't ever roll like just pure failures. You always rolled 0 successes.
This is even better because so Tarim is looking behind the ship the whole time, and you guys are celebrating the success, and like Asia's like, "You did it, Karru. You completed your ritual," and everybody's cheering. And I think Tarim would be the first to notice and then point out the sand shark.
Guys.
His eyes open wide, and he nobody panic.
But
We are being pursued.
Oh, we are being dead.
Karru, please maintain course if you don't want to die this day.
what's
We were
who's
girls.
following us?
It is the
Don't try and look. You have one present. You have one
Don't
coming.
look, but it is the greatest predator of all the sands.
Monkeys.
Is the sand shark in the book? I am now looking.
It is in
It
the
is.
book. A beast to rival even the great Unagi. I don't know. Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean,
Oh,
I don't know where we're at, but if we keep on going, aren't we gonna like get lost?
At which point, Asya
I
kind of
would rather stand our ground and just fight it.
Asya turns to Karru and says, "It will be easier to fight it if we can lure above sand, and it will have to jump out at us."
At this point, Tarim will take a a more centered stance, closer to everybody, so he's able to actually contribute and help. And he will say, "I can lead us to." Well, can he? Can I lead them to my people, or to where he's from, to his tribe, or somewhere nearby? Does Tarim know like a safe location?
Let's go ahead and have you make either a survival check or a knowledge geography check.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Two things I'm good at. Let's do. I'm better at survival. Okay, how hard will this be?
This will be a hard check, but with a boost because you're familiar with the area.
Oh hell yes! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Two successes.
Ah,
Wow,
Five
that's a good
advantage.
roll.
Oh, wow!
All right.
Almost all blank purples. Look at that. That's crazy.
If only Avari could get that.
if only.
Yeah, Tarim knows this desert like the back of his hand, and I think with 5 advantage, if you would permit, he knows the geolocationally how to get to his tribe, the Umaru tribe.
Are you saying he
Yeah.
has a GPS?
In his brain.
In his brain, yes.
Calculating route.
Actually, the Sand Sailor does have a magnetic compass as well on it.
Oh
it
yeah.
does come with a
Also-
GPS.
Yeah, so it does come basically with a desert GPS.
Yeah.
The compass points to one specific location. Tarim would know this.
Yes.
Um,
Oh yeah, they don't point north, do they?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Nope. They it points to the center of the desert, to where the
Yeah.
rock is.
Where magnetic north is, basically.
Well, the sand north,
Yeah.
which is the rock.
With all the bees in it,
Mm-hmm.
the vulture wasps.
Oh fuck.
Gilamun will give Karru the necessary like heading, bearings, directions in order to navigate them to a place of safety. I know a place. I have
Do I
not
have to
been
make
there in
a
a long
pilot
time.
check for that?
What check? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Do I have to make a piloting check for that?
No, you're just shifting exactly where it needs to be. That's kind of encapsulated by his role, knowing exactly where to go.
Fair enough.
So with that, the fin disappears beneath the dunes, but you can hear a rumbling nearby in the ground as you continue to the safe location.
Mm-hmm.
Safety.
With that, are you kind of going all out, like as fast as basically Kyaye can sandbend to get out of there?
Can we move faster than the sand shark?
Yes, you can definitely try.
I don't like the way you phrased that.
It was an honor serving with you all.
If you would like to make a sandbending check to try to increase the speed of the ship, you can. If not, then I will go ahead and narrate kind of what happens next with the sand shark.
What am I doing? Bending arts intellect again?
In this case, it would be willpower.
Willpower. That makes sense. Well, I'm better at it even. So how hard?
This is going to be an average check. You're basically just trying to bring up the sand sailor to maximum speed.
Okay. Do I get a boost from that advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Dice.
I have dice envy.
It's time for
I
the
also
chase
have
scene.
3 yellow on this, so
Let me just.
uh,
I-
if is there going to be anybody else doing anything
Hmm.
Crying.
I have
Or
an
so-
idea of something I can
recover strain? If we
do.
don't,
You
I
can
don't-
recover strain. I have an idea of something I could do.
Oh wait, I'm probably going to be net because that was probably going to be another check, I would imagine.
Yeah, so
I'll probably
you're
fit.
net. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I believe Asiya, you were saying something?
I have an idea that might make us go a little faster.
Are you gonna turn the sand to glass?
You won't.
I could throw lightning in front of us and turn the sand to glass. That might make us go faster with less friction. But the other
Yeah.
idea I had was shooting fire from the back.
Jet propulsion?
Yes.
Yes.
Do it!
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I love it.
Yep. So, I think I will do jet propulsion because that's actually a little easier on strain. If I did lightning discharge, it would be weird.
Yeah.
So, what would the difficulty of that be? And which bending arts would I be using?
Give me 1 second. I just want to double check. Let's see here. You're
Without,
basically. Oh, sorry.
oh, go on. No, you're fine.
You're basically using the jet stepping form.
Well, to a degree, jet stepping is more on your personal. I'm like rooting myself on the ship and shooting fire backwards.
Let's have you make. And just so you know, it's almost nightfall at this point.
Yeah.
Although you are in intense heat because you are in the middle of the desert.
Mm-hmm. So if anyone happens to be looking out this way, they will see a firebender.
Yes. Let's have you make an average check, and it will also be willpower based.
Okay.
Nice, nice. We
Alright.
did this in my last Avatar session that I ran as well.
Oh,
Our
really?
firebender was, yeah, I won't give any spoilers or anything, but they were like, "What if we?" The firebender of the group, she was like, "I'm gonna use my firebending to create propulsion," and I was like, "Yes." I also said it was a fire bending arts willpower, by the way.
Okay.
Look at Mountain Lords thinking alike.
Okay. 2 successes.
I think it was hard for them just because of the circumstances, though. But yeah, I think average works here too.
All right. So with it, the sand sailor now is at a ridiculous speed, and you can see the sand shark jump up into the air behind you and land behind you with an almighty crash as the sand and the dunes nearby shift with this landing. And you quickly leave it in the dust and see the last fin disappearing behind a dune as night falls.
When Asiya sees the fin disappear, she stops her firebending and takes a deep breath. Oh, that's something I've not tried before.
It worked really well.
That was a magnificent testament to what fantastic. Great work, everybody.
Thanks, Dad.
And I assume that now that we're somewhat out of danger, we're starting to slow down. I bet Bubbles has been just like in the hutch, just laying down, like, nothing's wrong.
Bubbles is bubbles.
Much? I didn't think I realized that.
Of course he was.
We couldn't leave him behind. There's no way we were actually coming back.
Yep, we leave
Yeah.
Numashi forever. Never
Yeah.
coming back. Bye bye.
Yeah, we didn't even say goodbye to your parents.
Oh fuck!
Oh yeah.
Somebody's getting grounded.
Somebody's never coming home.
I mean, he has to eventually.
I guess the train with Boomy again, yeah.
Or Boomy could come to her. You never know.
Boomy is Boomy. He might just appear out of the ground one day.
That is
Oh.
true.
That'd be awesome.
Alright, but now that we're slowing down, Asiya will grab some of her, some of the face paint, and will say is, alright, adults, it is time to gather around.
Avari's gonna very pointedly not join.
Why? Because she's not an adult.
Because she
Oh
probably
no,
doesn't.
she's had her.
She failed every check.
Yeah, she's had her own like coming of age ceremony back home, but also she doesn't feel like she's earned this.
Asiya will walk over to Avari and pull her along, and says is, you may not have been able to follow the orders, but failing is also another form of growth.
I'm not supposed to fail.
And she basically puts Avari in a line with the other two,
Mm-hmm.
and says is, in the Southern Water Tribe, this coming of age ceremony is not necessarily sacred, but it is a tradition that is passed down from father to son. While Karru's father is not here, I have witnessed the quick decisions that he has made to protect those around him, both before this trial and during. And thus, I think it's only right to mark him with the mark of the wise.
Mm-hmm.
Kyaye, your bending was paramount to allowing this trial to continue, as well as that you were able to follow every direction that Karru gave you, allowing
No. Just kidding.
allowing for the sailor to keep moving and to move on the course that it needed to move. And for this, I will bestow you on the mark of trust, given to outsiders who have proven that those of the Southern Water Tribe can rely on them.
She'll bow.
And Avari,
Hmm.
well, you did panic. You have grown today. You have seen that the restraints of your people may not necessarily be the ones that bind you. And that takes courage. And so today, I will bestow upon you the mark of the brave, so that you can continue to grow unafraid of the repercussions that may happen in the future.
Burst out into tears.
And with that, Asiya will give her a hug.
Oh fuck! Now she's just done. Yeah, Avari is a blubbering mess in the hug.
Mm-hmm.
Great work, everybody.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Not nothing. I'm just.
With that, I think that seems like a good place as any to end the session on a high note.
That was a very good session.
Wow.
Yeah, that was super good. I really thought we were gonna get boned by that sand shark.
No.
Very generous of you, Melon Lord, to let us escape.
Yeah, the stats for Sand Shark be nasty.
Yeah, it's
They
with
are
me,
nasty.
me with doing lightning strike every turn at it. I would barely do any damage.
Oh my god.
It's a nasty boy. I've run a sand shark encounter 2 times now, and
really?
both times, yes, and both times it's a nasty endeavor. They've not died, but they've had some troubles. The first time they tried to fight it, and they did all right, I guess, but they had to run, and then the second time they ran, although it was catching up on them. It was
Yeah,
a proper chase scene.
I want to go look at what a sand shark is, because in case we did come up on fighting it, I decided not to actually check what its stats were. I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Oh.
I happen to look at the stats of all things while I read books.
I can't remember.
You
off the
created the
top of my head.
stats.
I did, but I think when I ran it, I do think at one point, and I don't remember. I think I changed the stats on the fly to be a little bit more, I
Forgiving.
don't know,
Forgiving.
forgiving, like approachable.
It has 10 soak and 30 wounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
And 30 strain. Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Holy
I know. I must have changed that on the fly. I probably lowered it to 2020
Oh, okay.
and maybe 8 soak.
Tarim, I'll
Because
send you
look how it is
something
in this-
later. That's not even the worst thing I've seen.
It
Oh
looks,
yeah. Oh, I know those adversaries are all fucked up. You don't gotta tell me twice.
you know what's a
No.
little bit funny though? I actually can't fight this thing as Karru, but as the character I have for Imbecile's other game, I can 3-shot it.
Oh my god.
Yes, because he has
because
breach.
the lava star has breach. So I just ignore its soak. Well,
Oh,
it's
breach
fine.
is nice.
Doesn't do very much damage, but assuming enough successes.
But it gets through, is what
Yeah,
matters.
Yeah.
Gets through.
Gets through.
And I'm pretty
Uh,
good at it too, because that character's a native
Mhm.
lava back.
All right.
That's fine. Oh, that's a nasty stat block.
Imbecile, thank you so much for running, but I hope everything's been going well with you.
Yeah, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's better now.
All right, and with that, I will start ending the stream.
Okay.
All right.
All right. For those of you who joined us, we thank you. As always, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. And remember, if you missed anything from this, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. God, I can't even remember what the YouTube channel is right now. That being said, and remember to join us next week, starting at the same time. We will be starting earlier next week at 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. We will love to see you there. Remember,